Yo YouTube, what's the word, y'all? It's your boy, Moonbound Crypto, signing back live with another one. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. Hope everyone touched some grass. If you ain't touched no grass, hope everyone played the game, got something to eat. Nah, I mean, chill with your honey dip, whatever you do. You feel me? I hope you did you, and I hope you had a nice weekend. Um, I'm here to touch base, man. I'm just here to touch base. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of chaos going on, and we just going to touch base. You feel me? Let me pull up my chat. 'Cause Larry, what's the word, G? What's the word? I see you, man. Let's wait for a couple more people to get up in here before we really start the stream. Let me see if I could get at least four more people in the chat before I really start the stream. But yeah, it's been a good week. You feel me, you guys, in the markets. I feel like it's been a good week. I know y'all seen that pump recently. Visual. What's the word, man? Not much. Touching base. Cornelius, what's the word? Man, we never left, G. We never left. Nah, I mean, we here for life. We here for life, you feel me? Yeah, we're definitely the new 1%. All right, definitely the new 1%. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all what's pretty much going on. My thesis on the situation. So I'm gonna start by saying that we are lucky that we weren't inside the markets for a long period of time, like over 4 years, because most people are used to the markets doing certain things at certain times, and right now the markets is moving differently. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start off at I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna start off at my my X account. You feel me? We gonna touch on a couple bullish, a couple bullish posts. I felt like, was super bullish. So shout out to Vivek. Just in case y'all, something y'all forgot. El Salvador mined 474 Bitcoin worth $29 million using volcano-fueled geothermal power. So y'all know that's clean energy. You feel me? This is El Salvador. This is El Salvador that chose, had a fork in the road. They could have kept on with their currency or, latch onto a new currency. And they latched onto the best currency under the sun, which is Bitcoin, within our known universe. You feel me? If it's not Bitcoin, it ain't right. You feel me? That's why we're going to, work our way to be able to accumulate Bitcoin within the bear market after we top out this market, either quarter two or maybe later on in the year, probably having a similar bull run from 2021. We probably could have a top. We could probably have a top in like September, October, November, something like that again. Shout out to our master in chief and the president of El Salvador. You see both of them standing 10 toes side to side. You feel me? I really like you feel me? I really like his suit. The president's always, he's been fresh. Donald Trump been fresh forever, all right. But you feel me? I really like the way the president of El Salvador really came and presented himself. He was extremely respectful. Um, he stood his ground when there was some really rude news reporter asking weird questions, just like, questions that like, just trying to put an elephant in the room, trying to make, asking questions to make the whole room uncomfortable. You feel me? But you already know the president, our president, in El Salvador's president stood 10 toes, and I feel like this is a good partnership going forward, for the future. um, I'm really grateful for every country that decided to bend the knee and be cooperative up until this point, because it's not about our pride, it's about our children. You feel me? And the sooner that China can understand that, maybe, we could get this bull run to commence. But you feel me? China, for some reason just doesn't want to, cooperate when, we actually scratched China's back in the past, when the world was decimated with war. We gave them trade, we gave them power, and they're acting like, like they don't know us. But it's all right though, because once this Bitcoin thing roll out, if you was already, it's probably going to be, if you getting hit hard with the tariffs, there's no need to trade Bitcoin with you. You know what I mean? But we're gonna see what happens over time, y'all. We're gonna see what happens over time. Um, Shout out to Coin Telegraph. So shout out to the Swedish MP Dennis finally asked Sweden's finance minister about considering a strategic Bitcoin reserve. You guys, this is Sweden. Over there, they don't play about their money, and just the fact that he has the moxie to go talk to his boss to consider a Bitcoin reserve mean that it's Bitcoin is the real deal. Like, Bitcoin is the end game. Bitcoin will be the nail in the coffin. If you got a pension, 401k, forget all of that stuff. Put it into Bitcoin. Do yourself some justice. The reason I say that is because you wasn't going to touch your pension, right? You wasn't going to touch your 401k, right? Whatever it was, just sell it and put it into Bitcoin, because you wasn't going to touch it anyway. And go, go ahead and go find you some good altcoins. Me personally, I would buy Sui, Solana. Yeah, just Sui and Solana. I ain't gonna hold you. And Ethereum, maybe some Arbitrum, Ondu. But play around with it. But definitely your main bag. If you're if you're at a different level in life, that 401k lifestyle, that retirement lifestyle, and that the US dollar is collapsing from under your feet, you definitely want to buy Bitcoin. You feel me? That way, your money is safe forever. You have something to give your kids. You feel me? Just being perfectly honest. Shout out to Viet- Vietnamese Prime Minister Tishing Tobe. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. Um, Explains why countries should invest in the Bitcoin. It's a it's just a simple strategic choice that many people have made and earned billions of dollars, and I think government should do it too. Yeah. So as you see, he's the prime minister of the of the he's the prime minister of his people, and it looks like they stick to their customs, they stick to their traditions, um, you know, just like the Swedish. You feel me? They stick to their customs too. They're about their bag too. But for some reason, even though they're in completely different parts of the world, completely different customs, they both speak the same language, which is Bitcoin. And since we're seeing this in the early phases, 15 years down the line, you guys, we're going to pat ourselves on the back because we're going to know what we're doing. We're going to be proud of ourselves that we got on the boat before it was too late. Shout out to Coin Telegraph. As y'all see, the math be mathin'. Over here, far right, we got the SP 500. This is perfect example. The SP 500, 1 year and 14 years, you get 300 on you get 306%. Gold after four. Part of myself. After 14 years, you get about 116%. Bitcoin after 14 years, you get 7.2 million percent. Math be math, and you're going to be alive in 14 years. Your kids are going to be alive. Your great grandkids probably going your grandkids probably going to be on the way, depending where you are in life. Not for me, please God, not for me. But yeah, but yeah, you guys, you feel me? This is something beautiful, you guys. I just really hope that we all are still locked in. No need to fight one another. Like we're all gonna make it. You feel me? We seen Dogelon Mars pump earlier. I think late last week before the weekend rolled out. We seen Dogelon Mars pump early this year, 200%. Just let the bottom create itself. Um, there's other things I want to show you because it's not no manipulation. Like this is not manipulation. But I'm gonna cover that in a second. So shout out to the director of digital assets. Bo Haynes said the U.S. government may buy Bitcoin using tariffs as revenue. Like that's bullish. You feel me? So, nah, I mean, I listened to his show on YouTube. Definitely go follow him. Um, you feel me? I don't know what else you guys want. We are, we was alive and investing our money when there was a Bitcoin reserve being established. It's real. It's in the works. It's a real thing. These terrorists are getting the U.S. our power back. Yes, it's growing pains right now, but once everyone is used to it and everything is flowing the way it should be flowing, which is towards us, since we spend the most money in the world, um, I feel like we should have more businesses here. Like, why? Like, it's just why. I'm not even going to talk about why are we buying medicine from China when they the one that got us sick? Like, that's crazy. Man, I don't even think y'all heard me. Hold up. If y'all ain't hear me, I'm just gonna say that John one more time. Let me go check the yo 11 in the chat. What's the word, y'all? What's the word? So yeah, like you feel me? Our president gave us a Bitcoin reserve. Our president is stopping wars. And our president is also putting tariffs in place, which we need in place to fix our country in the long run, or at least slow down the bleeding. You feel me? Like there's no other administration that did this for us. He's actually given the working class a fighting chance to actually get a foothold for the new era. But people don't like that. Some people don't like that. Some people don't like the growing pains. Some people just like, everything to keep on flowing as it was when they were stealing money from us. They don't like him shining light on that. Yes, our own government is stealing money from us. At least they were. You know what I mean? But we don't know how deep the rabbit hole go, but we gonna be locked in and we gonna get our piece of the pie. We gonna hit this lick, you hear me? Shout out to Raul Paul. You feel me? This is the M2, the M2 chart. You feel me? This is the black line is the M2 money supply, and the Bitcoin is red. As you see, we follow. As you see, this line went higher than its past all-time high. You feel me? It went past its local high. You feel me? It's within our time horizon. We just waiting for this red line to pick up to where this one joint is. You feel me? It's like a 12 week lag. You feel me? Because we are the red line and we're trailing behind the black line. So in like about 12 weeks, we gonna be up here where this black line is, and it's looking like this black line is going higher. So just lock in, you guys. Um, yeah, a couple of days we was doing our thing. You feel me? Felt good. You feel me? Nah, I mean, but this not it's still cheap though. Like we still ain't out the woods yet, but we're showing strength. We ain't falling off the table. Buy these levels while you still got the time, you guys. Just buy those levels. You feel me? There's a couple things I want to shine some light on. So, sold to ETH price ratio hits record high as Vitalik teaches faster teases faster Ethereum upgrades. So I guess Ethereum's going to begin some upgrades. That's super bullish. Let me see if I can scan. I'm not going to read this whole joint. Y'all could definitely go take a look at it. So with the SOL ETH ratio continue to rise, many crypto community are closely watching to see whether this is the beginning of a broader rotation into higher performance layer ones, or simply a temporary divergence driven by market sentiment. True. Still, Ethereum's long-term prospects remain strong, especially with the robust developer community, active layer 2 ecosystem, and deep liquidity. If Buterin's hints materialize into more frequent targeted updates, Ethereum can reinsert its leadership in the smart contract space. For now, though, the market is a reward in speed, user experience, and momentum, and Solana seems to be capitalizing on all the three. So, but yeah, it's supposed to be a faster fork on the horizon in response of. I need to blow my nose, you guys. 1 second. I need to blow my nose real red. Just wipe that joint. So, in response to Ethereum's recent underperformance and rising competition, Vitalik Buterin took on X, formerly Twitter, this week to signal potential change in Ethereum's development strategy. In a post that quickly caught the attention of Ethereum community, Buterin suggested that major hard fork upgrades should come faster and more modular following the network's upcoming Pectora upgrade, Pectora upgrade currently slated for early May. So I guess we're going to get an upgrade for May. I guess it's going to make Ethereum better. Let's see how Pectora is a Pectora or Port Mantua or per. Okay, we're not doing that. Uh, in Electra will introduce several Ethereum improvement proposals that aim to improve account abstraction and reduce transaction fees for layer 2 rollups. All right, so that's definitely going to be good for Dogelon Mars, the Rufus ecosystem, because their rollups, their layer 2 rollups, and that's definitely going to be good for Arbitrum. We're built on Arbitrum, so that's going to be good. So faster transaction speeds, so it's going to reduce transaction fees. So Ethereum's going to be less expensive for layer 2s. That's going to be good. That's going to be really good. That's going to cause people to still build on Ethereum. Like, but it is what it is. You know, people just can't be patient. That's what I think. It also lays groundwork for future enhancements, including aspects of the long-awaited endgame vision for Ethereum scalability and decentralization. So they're building on Ethereum still. You feel me? Do not give up on Ethereum. I know Solana had a good run, and Solana will continue to have a good run. I'm not shortcutting Solana, but Solana doesn't have the community that Ethereum has. Like, we really believe, like, Ethereum holders actually really believe in the space. Solana holders, they just pumped out a whole lot of different pump and dump meme coins to make a quick buck, but we actually build. And I follow the money. So this is World Liberty Financial. There's a couple things I want to show y'all on them. So World Liberty Financial holds over 47,000 ETH, making it the third largest institutional ETH holder. And y'all already know this is the Trump family's organization. Make it make sense. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, why they gonna hold so much ETH and ETH is a dead project? No. Everything is just going through the motions, you guys. The firm plans to venture into its own Ethereum Layer 2 blockchain by June, aligning its growing Ethereum investments. It acquired 830,000 Move tokens worth 470,000, signaling diversification into DeFi assets. Take a little closer look. So we got Donald Trump as company title is the chief crypto advocate. Barron Trump, which is listed as the project's DeFi Barron is the project's DeFi visionary. Okay, so he oversee everything for real. And we got Eric and Donald Trump each have the title of Web3 ambassador. Follow the money, you guys. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. The most prominent buyer of World Liberty Financial token is Chinese businessman Justin Sun. Oh, reportedly spending at least. Okay. All right. You guys. I'm just not seeing this. So, what's the name? Polynex off the hook, y'all. Polynex off the hook. Polynex is good with us. They are A-OK. Leave Polynex alone. You feel me? Hacks happen. You feel me? Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Oh, God. Messed that up. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I ain't know. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You feel me? Stuff happen. You know what I mean? I can't judge me. Hey, it's there in black and white, you guys. So, but yeah, let's keep on moving though. So the compass is the compass is still in the green territory, but when I look, it seemed like it barely touched the blue range. It barely touched the blue range. Um, we ain't really going to that undervalued territory. Like we touched it, but right now we're like kind of sit on it. Yes, this is Ethereum, and I know it kind of looks shaky, but I'm going with the whales. Like most people will run away from Ethereum right now, y'all. Like this is when you like really stay true to your conviction and don't move. You feel me? Just hold your bags. You know, so y'all already know what the Bitcoin rainbow chart is looking like. Pretty much the same thing. It didn't go down as hard as Ethereum, but it's still inside the accumulate range. But this accumulate range is more expensive than this accumulate range. So let's just, go through our pain while we have to and not run because the whales are buying your bags, you guys. You feel me? The whales is definitely buying your bags. And you're probably wondering, where's all the money? So when I go over to my wish list, this pretty much tells me where the money is and my, for my personal training of, trying to see more markets than just crypto because I know that the stock markets run this. You feel me? Because they've been around way longer than crypto. So I see I see a lot of green. I see a mix of green and red. So I see BlackRock doing good, Tesla doing good, Bitcoin is doing good, MicroStrategy is doing good. They're all doing fair. It's not strong movement, but there's definitely holding with strength. Um, I even see gold making a slight move on the 5 day, made a slight move, holding its strength, but kind of losing its strength on the monthly, but not too much. This just tells me that they're like this just tells me they're like fighting in these safe havens, you guys. Like when I go look at the Japanese yen, like y'all see that? Like this is a safe haven. They're putting their money in the Japanese yen. Y'all see the convergence from the US dollar to the Japanese yen. It's it's super bullish, you know what I mean? It's just a hedge war. They keep hedging themselves. This is the US dollar into the euro. They're buying the euro. You feel me? Like they're just placing their money. It's going to be a mass blitz. You feel me? Like once I think we got an FOMC meeting coming up soon. But right now with all the, with the tariffs and, people getting used to the growing pains, everyone needs to get in position to buy as much Bitcoin as possible because no one wants to be left behind. No one wants to leave their country behind. And, you know, it's just better to be here while the institutions are trying to figure out what's going on, while the world is trying to figure out what's going on. But for y'all, like, you know what I mean? Y'all get to raise above the chaos because y'all clearly see it in black and white what's actually going on here. Like, they're just they're hedging, they just keep on hedging themselves. Like, you know what I mean? It's hedging on top of hedging. Like, I don't blame them. Like, this is gonna, them putting this money into, the stock, into their safe havens is going to buy them time to buy more Bitcoin at lower levels. I mean, it makes sense to me. If I was in the control, look, if I had as much money as they had, right? And I know from the M2 money chart, well, for me, I know from the Bitcoin rainbow chart, the next time that this snake go into the orange zone is GG's. But I know my economy, my money, I am market maker. I have trillions of dollars. I could make this joint move. So I would So I would throw my money in my favorite safe havens for now. That way I could go and accumulate Bitcoin. You feel me? That's what I would do. That way I could accumulate Bitcoin, and then once the coast is clear, we really flood Bitcoin. But you know that these superpowers know how to buy Bitcoin not on market, but like behind the scenes to not make the price go up, so they could sell on the market. Yeah, they'll make the price go down, but they'll buy behind closed doors to make the price not go up, to make the average retail investor quit, get discouraged, just let the chaos get to them. But if I see that everything, if I see that everyone's favorite safe havens are pumping, that just tells me that they're saving their money. Like, they're putting their money to the side. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, there's probably a bigger cause to everything. We don't know everything, you guys. But we clearly see that the play is there. It's just going to, what I mean? They're going to flood the markets at some point. You feel me? They're definitely going to flood the markets at some point. Let's go over to let's go look at the charts. Let's see what's going over in the charts. But yeah, no need to worry, you guys. It's just another day in the markets. Ain't nothing really to look at, for real, for real. So the fear is at a 31, and we're still down here. You feel me? It's still in the fear. I'm not really worried about it. Like, we're in a better position than last week, but we're still in fear. Altcoin season still not even a quarter of the way, so we're not even gonna look at that. For some reason, the total market cap looks like a heartbeat. Right? Look at that, you guys. Looks like a heartbeat, you guys. Um, so yeah, I see a lot of green. I'm seeing a lot of green right now. I'm seeing a lot of green. Yeah, the market ain't dead. It's just probably bottoming, or probably already put in this bottom. No one truly know, but you just gotta lock in for the time being. Um, we could take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, SUI, and then we could start rapping. We could, chop it up for a bit. But let's break it down from top to bottom. You feel me? Let's break it down. So Bitcoin's at 85,000. Let's see what it's looking like on the monthly. Still looking good on the monthly. I'm not gonna hold you. Still looking good on the monthly. So yeah, we didn't even touch our 236 for Bitcoin. Bitcoin looking really good. We ain't even touch our 236. So we're good over there. We ain't touch our 236. We took a nice little dip, but this candle definitely looks stronger than this past candle. Like, nah, I mean, let's see what you know what I mean? Let's keep doing our thing. Let's keep going to work, buying these bags, holding the bags, and follow the big money. You feel me? Like, if they, you know what I mean? If the elites, pretty much give us the play and then we don't want to play, it's on us. You know what I mean? We gonna be around for a while. What's going on the weekly? Hold on, let me take off this fib real quick. No. Now let's see. We got some data here, so we got some order blocks. We definitely got some order blocks, man. So because we keep on hitting certain levels and then capitulating. So what's really going on? I'm tweaking. All right, so keep on getting rejected here, and we're okay. That's one channel right there. Well, let you look at that. So from the looks of things, you guys, we got like three different order blocks. So we're down here in this bottom region. This bottom region is fairly large, and we're kind of at the top of this region. We're about to we're at the top of this region, so we might come back down. This is Bitcoin, by the way. Um, tomorrow is a tax day, so I don't know if a tax day is going to make the market go up or go down, but I think tax day is, paying for stuff, so the market should, I guess tomorrow will be a red day if I was to, make an assumption. Um, Besides all of that, it seems like we're, trading in this channel right now. If I could get a marker or something. So yeah, that's one channel. We could go up here to 94, then get rejected. Probably bounce off the 89 and go up. You feel me? It's different, but right now we definitely got to get through 89. You feel me? Let me take off these squiggly lines. We got to get off this 89. We got to get through this 89 range, you guys. We definitely got to get through this 89 range. Take out that 94. Like I will actually start getting excited once I start seeing a 94. But I feel like this is one order block because people get really depressed once Bitcoin comes down here to these to these $70,000 levels. You feel me? To these $80,000 levels. You feel me? People get depressed, but we know to buy the red to get ahead, so we're gonna be alright. But in the meantime, we know we on the upward trajectory, so I think we're gonna be alright. It's just like we all know once Bitcoin get to that $100,000 mark again, it's on. It's just some people don't believe it is going to get back to that $100,000 mark. That's the kicker. You feel me? That's all part of the game. Ethereum. Let's look at ETH. ETH at 1600. Ooh, that sentiment fell a little bit. It's at 80 though. But we still locked in though. We're going to hit that button. Show some love to ETH. And, alright. So we got Ethereum. Well, pretty much last line of defense. It's close. I know y'all probably looking at this bull run, but technically this is still within our bull run. You feel me? These candles back here, all the way back here. Technically, it's still a part of this cycle, so you got to use it. Like, that's our true bottom, but we ain't go all the way down there yet. This the monthly chart. I'm just waiting for that green candle. We ain't get a green candle yet, y'all. V-neck, V-shape recovery and all that. You feel me? Like we ain't even get our green candle yet. So I'm just, staying 10 toes. Nah, I mean, just another day at the office, y'all. Don't let the chaos get to you. Rise above it. Rise above it. You can't say Ethereum is going to collapse when most of the cryptocurrency network is built on Ethereum. You can't say that. That doesn't go. Most people swap their crypto, trade their crypto, buy their crypto using ETH. Now, I mean, maybe this fork really going to do its thing. You never know. But if the fork is going to make fees cheaper for L2s, that's good. We all got L2s. Hello, altcoin season. You feel me? Like, but nah, I mean, it is what it is. Some people gonna miss the ship. But let me see. Yeah, so that's our floor though. 1100. That'll be crazy. Let's see. Mm. So we got some work with ETH. Put this on the week. All right, for starters, we gotta get this the weekly. We gotta break our 236, man. We gotta break our 236. We gotta see 2100, 2200 on the table. We gotta see a 2100, 2200 on the table. That's for starters. If you really want to zoom in, the reason I don't want to say something like this, 1800, is because that's still under our 236. We want to break out of this joint with strength. That's what I'm going to say. That's why I'm going to call this joint the whole price from where we at right now, because this is the week. And we're having some green candles, micro bullish type time. But so boom. This could be probably one order block down here. If I could, like we could probably do something like this until we get up out of here. You feel me? We we probably like you feel me. If we started climbing to 2100, we could possibly keep doing something like that going into the end of the year, or it could take like a higher trajectory. But we still got these two massive red candles. I bet you they're red vectors. Like man, I just like this is why. Look, man, listen, you guys. When I get my money, I'm turning full time. Like we got the AI, we got teaching them. Like we gonna be alright. You feel me? That's 2,700. We gotta break those levels. Y'all see how big that gap is. Maybe if we break through that 2,100, we could shoot up to that 2,700. It depends what's going on though. Really depends what's going on. And then we got a whole bunch of resistance. We gotta get over 3,500. And then it's at 4K. Now let me take off this so yeah, we're way down here. We're way down here. We got a whole bunch of support to build through, yo. Real rap. Only reason I'm not scared in the grand scheme of things, we still ain't we still ain't beat our all-time highs from last season. You could call it what you want, but I'm going with utility and community. Y'all know what y'all talking about. I'm going with the home team, man. Going with the home team because there's too many developers on Ethereum. It's too many projects. I don't believe it. I just feel like there was a what I mean it was a cash grab. And only the strongest Solana tokens will last. You feel me? But that's just me. That's just me. I don't believe every Solana token is going to last. That's like saying every Ethereum token is going to last. You need the community on those Solana tokens, or they just they fade off. You feel me? But you know maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Just a guy on YouTube. None of this is financial advice. 12 people in the chat. But yeah, what's up, y'all? Native one and Victor. ABG. Metaphor. Metaphor. Oh my gosh, metaphor. Uh, anyway, Man, y'all talking about prices now. Y'all talking about prices. Like we gotta be realistic, man. So Dogelon, so y'all, you already know. So you already know. You already so. All right, you guys. So let's go over to. So y'all already see how they're treating Ethereum, right? You know what I mean? But that's okay though. That's okay though. Because I like Solana. I'm not going to say Solana is a bad project because it had a nice run, but to just, to throw Ethereum under the bus that's crazy. Like, Ethereum is just, it's bigger. Why would it grow as large as why would it grow as fast as, Solana? And they were like, oh, the trading speeds, but, you know, the technical will get technical, you know. But let's go look at Dogelon Mars though. For real, for real. Let's go look at Dogelon Mars. So we still bullish. That's crazy. Like Dogelon Mars community is more bullish than Ethereum, and we're an Ethereum token. That's what I'm talking about. Like you might not be bullish on Ethereum, but the community is in the L2s. That's how we're going to win. It's a win-win situation. That goes for Shiba, uh, Pepe, any Ethereum, every Ethereum project, Arbitrum, the meme coins, the L2s, everything. And we got like we we pretty much got our elites, you know, the biggest, like the third biggest holder of Ethereum. Like, come on, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. I'm just keeping it a beam. Just keeping it a beam. When this shit is going, almost did it. When everything does well, like you feel me, when everything does well, we're going to be okay, you guys. We're going to be okay. I know. Yo, visual, speaking of what you said, like I was listening to some on YouTube, cause I was like, yo, like life been hard lately. I'm like, what's going on? And it's like we're not going to get a gift unless we're ready for it. It's crazy. We're not going to get a gift until we're ready for it. We're almost there though. Soul runs more efficient than Eve. Vitality hasn't spent any time developing the project to catch up to current market wants and needs. Uh, mm, I'm too new to say that, but I feel like if a project is there, it's there. I think I think if because at the end of the day, like Solana's competition, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna try to do something that's better than ETH to attract the public eye. You feel me? We can't really say that. You feel me? I'm just keeping the beam. You know what I mean? I mean Solana's a good project. I like the project, but like for instance, I'm buying more Sui than Solana. You feel me? Because I feel like Sui will eventually outperform Solana. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. It is what it is. Shit, man. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait. It's nice that they dropped that information though. Yeah, everything got its pros and its cons. Everything got its pros and its cons, man. Man, everything got its pros and its cons. I'm thirsty, man. I should have brought me something to drink. But yeah, you guys. It's just another day in the books, for real, for real. Funny metaphor. Funny, funny. Man, ETH is just ETH. Like the problem is just people. You always gotta throw rocks at the king, man. Always gotta throw rocks at the king. Now, when ETH pump, it's going to be, oh, ETH is the king of altcoins. You feel me? But when ETH is, lagging behind, putting in its pain, it's, ETH is garbage. That's not fair. That's not fair. Like, know what I mean? Now, once this V-shaped recovery fully, play out, oh, ETH is a godsend. Like, for instance, like, watch. I ain't, once it say, once it happened, I'm gonna say it. Once it happened, I'm gonna say it. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna say it now. Y'all try to play Eric Trump, say, oh yeah, he said buy ETH and it went down. See, they're all in on it. They shorten the market. It's volatility. Now, what? Like, at least he told you to buy it before ETH doubled in price. You feel me? And then it's going to be like, oh yeah, he put us on. Like, come on, man. Damned if you do. It's just bad. Like, you can't win for losing, man. So just small pumps with each token. Without ETH pump, there is no alt season. See, that's the thing, though. We don't know what this alt season is going to look like. We're just here. I'm gonna show you something, yo. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you when I came into crypto. I'm gonna show you something. I entered crypto up here. You know, I entered crypto up here. I made some money. I wasn't down here. This is where the money's made when you're down here. So we're not even going to use this one because this is the 2021 bull run, and that joint was not organic at all. So this is a little bit more organic, right? This is Bitcoin, of course. So it's blue line, right? And there's a whole bunch of chaos, turmoil. You know what I mean? It's hectic. You feel me? All types of stuff be going on. You feel me? But they eventually get there. Look how low they traded. We didn't after the blue line. We ain't trade that low. We ain't put in no pain like that. We up here. We up here. Over here, happy go lucky, thinking everything is You know, like we got it good. We didn't even touch the we came through the blue line. We didn't even touch the blue. For real. We doing okay, you guys. But you know what I mean, we gotta put in our pain too. Everyone gets some pain. You know what I mean? If you really want it. But whatever. Make a long story short, you guys. Um we just waiting, you feel me? We just waiting for this orange zone. You feel me? We just waiting. And until we get there, you know, we just going to take it one day at a time. We can't make this, we can't make this joint go crazy, but at least we can do is, um, position ourselves, because that's what the elites is doing. Remember, these are safe havens and they're pumping. Why are safe havens pumping? Because they're ready to throw all their money at the stock market. And you already know when the stock market pump, crypto pumps. And these are whole currencies pumping. Look at it, you guys. That's the euro. That's the euro to the United States. Let's what Teach say? What Teach say? Uh Australia. Australia to Euro. Look, you see? You see? It's all pumping. It's all pumping. And these are safe havens. They're safe havens. It's like these is like Tether in USDC pumping like this. Y'all will be, if you seen USDC or Tether pumping like this, y'all will be going crazy too. This is why it's nice to be new, but it's also nice to know the past too, because it's a lot going on. They're positioning themselves for something special. We all know what they're positioning themselves for. We're not going over that. Just position yourself. That way you have a piece to fix your life. You know what I mean? Share you guys. Look, man, I love y'all. Yeah, I mean, I'm about to get up out this joint. You know I got work in the morning. I just want to let y'all know that everything's going to be okay. And don't let the chaos get to you. You know, entertain yourself, of course. Always try to learn something. You know, everything is not, chaos. But we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. But until next time, free to real. Until next time, y'all.